There's nothing here. No Snapchat, no Instagram, no TikTok, nothing. No social media. I go on my phone and there's nothing to do other than text somebody or call somebody, right? It's been very interesting. I truly have never felt so inspired, but so empty. I realize now my brain had become so brain dead from all the scrolling, right? Hours of scrolling every day. On Wednesday last week, 10 hours of screen time, 3 hours on TikTok, 2.5 hours on Instagram, 1.5 hours on Snapchat. I was 7 hours on Wednesday last week. I was scrolling social media or on Snapchat, being bookie, like not doing anything productive. And I know you probably think, oh, but my friends are on Snapchat, bro. Your real homies, your actual friends, you don't need to be on Snapchat. If you really gotta talk to someone and you can only do so through Snapchat, then that's not your bro. It's like my brain had been subdued for so many months and years, to be honest, years. That when I break the shackles, right, of whatever was subduing me, my brain has nothing left. No muscle, no power, just emptiness. There's no inspiration inside of me. But I know I want to do something though, you know what I mean? But there's nothing concrete in there because my brain is so used to just being brain dead from all the scrolling. It's not even about the the productivity or like getting rich or whatever. That's cool, but it's really about self-care. It's self-care. I'm not trying to be a slave to this little thing anymore. Like that's lame. It's lame. I gotta think higher of myself. Like you gotta think higher of yourself. We're not robots. We got stuff we want to do, stuff we want to chase. Don't chase Nash, but stuff we want to chase and do and complete and work towards. Do we not? Let's say scrolling plus being on YouTube, because what are you watching on YouTube? You're not watching anything productive on YouTube, gang. So let's put them together, right? 4 hours, 5 hours. 5 hours is 1/3 of 15. You have 16 hours awake, and then you spend 5 hours on social media. You know how crazy that is? That's 1/3 of your life, bro. That's 1/3 of your life. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine your son is like, Dad, why didn't you chase your dreams? And I was like, sorry, I was like, oh, this phone, you know? Going off social media has emptied my brain. I don't know what to do. Apart from that, it's really just like, damn, bro. Let's just not be robots anymore, bro. Let's find our humanity. Like, you're a human. You're not supposed to be on this thing scrolling. You're a human. You have flesh. You got emotions. You have love in your heart. You want to find love one day, right? Getting yourself back. If you scroll on your phone for hours a day, I can guarantee you're not being yourself. And this thing sapping your life out of you. And you know when I say sapping your life out of you, I don't mean like literally or your energy, because that's what most people think. Oh yeah, because you know what, you get tired and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying what I've realized is because now that I've stopped scrolling, right, and I have no inspiration, I have no motivation. I don't like I'm just empty. That's what it saps out of you, bro. What the? That's what it saps out of you, bro. Anyways, that's what it saps out of you. It saps your motivation. It saps your inspiration. That's your humanity. You know how much of that is your humanity, and you know how much of that is you. I think a lot of what you are is your inspirations and motivations. A future goal that you have, that's a huge part of who you are. And this thing takes that away from you. Like if you scroll every day, that's gone because your brain gets used to not thinking. You know how bad that is? That's the brain's one job. You're taking away the brain's one job. You're supposed to be thinking all the time. You're supposed to be getting your ideas out. You're supposed to be, engaging. You're supposed to be flourishing as a human. I'm in the beginning stage of this and I can already understand why people quit early, right? Because as I said, once you get off, you're empty. Because you realize that you actually don't have anything else to do. And that's not because you're stupid. It's not because you don't have any interest. No, it's because you've gotten used to not having anything else to do. You've gotten used to just subduing your brain, to trapping your brain into this box. Your brain doesn't have to use any thought process when scrolling. You're dead ass. Like when you're scrolling, I think a person with 30 IQ could scroll, bro. Like I've seen babies scroll on the phone. That's what you're being reduced to. Like literally 5% of yourself. So you do that every day, and you're gonna realize that you're not the person you want to be. That's what I've realized so far. You know, because I don't know what to do yet. So I've just really just been spending time staring in the ceiling, no joke. Looking in the wall and stuff. Like I was walking in circles for like 30 minutes. Because I don't know what to do. But that's okay. You know, like when you get off something like this, not knowing what to do with your time is fine. That doesn't mean you should go back. That means you should slowly find out what it is that makes your gears turn, you know? You gotta figure out what you want to do with your time because it isn't scrolling. These are the thoughts that accumulated in my brain from not scrolling, by the way. So that's day one. Who knows? Maybe in the future I will make spaceships and stuff. You know? Because this is day one. Hey, this is day one. No wonder people were so smart back in the day. People think people were stupid back in the day. They weren't. They built the pyramids. They built the pyramids. They didn't because they didn't have any phones. That's why. They built the pyramids because they didn't have any phones. So they had the knowledge to do so. Their brains weren't subdued by the phone. Hopefully this video finds you well. I hope you have a good day. And I want you to really think about this. The whole get off your phone kind of, you know, stop scrolling. And, you know, start to live a little bit, you know? It doesn't take that much effort. It takes a lot less effort than you think it does.